The next thing I want to talk about is events for client acquisition. So first of all, before it all, just know that it takes 7 to 21 exposures for somebody to buy from your brand, okay? When it comes to alchemimedia, what we've seen the last year is that it takes about 3 months to convert someone from conversation to like a package buy. So most of our clients are on packages, meaning they have like a 12-month commitment for social media management or for content creation or things like that. And that is because this is how we mitigate risk. This is how we're able to give our freelancers work regularly and keep them in the loop instead of just doing like one-off projects. And we do one-off projects like campaign, like somebody needs help with a campaign, somebody needs help for a specific project, they need their website redone or something. We still do that, but in terms of regular content creation, we try to put everybody on packages. And so therefore, the client acquisition model is longer because they don't need just like something right now. They need something regular for the upcoming year. They need someone in charge of their social media. They need someone in charge of content creation. So that is something that is a repeated need that comes back on and on and on. And so it takes 3 months from like the first conversation to like we're starting today, the account is like paid for and we're running. Therefore, the 7 to 21 exposures makes sense. Okay, so already this week I'm going to talk to you about how I use events for client acquisition, and I'm going to keep you updated next week on like what is the outcome of it all, and hopefully it's good. I know it'll be good. So, but already I've done 4 touch base points to get to where I'm at today. So let me explain. I was invited to a very high level summit next week. And it's a 3-day event in Montreal, and there's tons of these. It doesn't matter what field you're in, like definitely look at where your client is going to be hanging out. Because I'm telling you, when they ask me on the platform, like what field are you in? I am in none of those fields because I'm not my client. So for example, if your client is a doctor or medical esthetician, like a Botox clinic or something like that, and you want them to have like, you want to go and acquire more clientele, I would go to one of their conferences and then have a booth there because no one's going to be there. No one's going to be there. If you're going to a marketing convention and you're trying to sell marketing services, everybody is your not your opponent, but your competition. Okay, sorry. So everybody is your competition if you're going there. But if you're going to a med spa conference, everybody's like, are you a med spa? Are you a clinician? Are you an esthetician? Are you like massotherapist? Are you this? Are you that? You don't fit in, but that's great because everybody needs your services and there's no competition around. So this is what I'm doing with this summit, which I'm going to talk to you about like more next week. And so I didn't fit in any of the categories on the website sign up platform. And some of these events now are like very, especially for businesses, they're very high level, where like you have the agenda, you have the speakers, you have like everything that's going to go on from day 1 to day 3. And this particular platform that I'm on also has a chat integrated, and you have access to the list of attendees. So that is like gold, you guys. That is like free game right there. So when I saw that, I sent out, I think, 46 messages that I used a prompt in ChatGPT to create a message like catered to the event and the type of people that are going to be there. And I asked ChatGPT to give me a very convincing message that is going to be like a cold DM basically, and that is going to convert them into like a sales call. And so the first thing I did, and also like you guys, I literally share with you the prompt that I used in ChatGPT. I share with you like what I sent them, like the exact message I sent them. It's all in your portal under sales resources, and go like under events is where you'll find your next clients. Okay. If you're looking for that, it's there. Okay. So I sent them a message literally 3 days in a row, sent 15, 15, 15, super easy. Some of them responded, some of them didn't respond. And what I did was I did a follow-up 1 week after, because like the event is next week. Okay. So I was on the platform. The minute they sent me the login information of like, hey, you can log into this thing, I was like, game on. I was on the platform day one, and I started messaging everybody that was already subscribed, because I know these people are like first come, first serve people. So I wanted to be the first one to message them. So I send them messages, and then I followed up this week with everybody that I sent messages to that didn't see my message. And mind you, these are people that are coming to get financed by banks and like big people. Like some of them are startups and everything. So they have incentive to answer any message they get, because they don't know who they're talking to. Some people are coming from abroad. They have no idea who they're talking to. They think they're talking to like their next investors, their next this, their next that. So they will answer. It's not like you're trying to DM someone on Facebook or on IG and it's like just not giving any results. So that's what I did. And then I did follow-ups. I think I did like 22 follow-ups. The event, the way that it's done is very smart. You have conferences going. The first day is like just basically like a supper networking thing, which I'm going to. The second and third day, you have availabilities to meet people in a networking area in the conference. And you literally have an agenda with time slots, and people can book in your agenda to meet you there. So it's super smart, like the way that it's done. And I hope that more events will be like that, because those people are already there. And some people flew in from other countries. So of course, if there's one time you're going to meet there, it's going to be at the event, because they're already there. Like, what are they going to do, you know, unless they have another conference they want to go to. So long story short, to just say, I jumped on that platform, and I sent them a message saying, hey, would you be interested in a call, blah, blah, blah. Here's my email if you want, and if you're interested. And then I followed up. So I booked 2 calls from that with people, because I told them I don't know if I'm going to be in person, because they're like, hey, let's meet in person. But I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to be in person. So do you mind if we do like a pre-call, which is going to be like a 20-minute discussion, understanding where you're at, where your needs are, and where we can help you. And so booked 2 calls this week, had the calls with the CEOs. And then what I said is, because I first of all, I answered to the email they sent me, and then I had the call with them. And then I said, okay, we're only 20 minutes in. You know what? I just like had confirmation that my event is canceled. And so how would you feel about meeting in person? And they're like, yeah, I'll be at the event. So now through the platform, I sent them a calendar invitation to book a meeting with me. And so far, like I haven't checked this morning, but so far one of them already confirmed. So what does that mean? I already had 4 points of communication with these people. So we met on the app. I sent them a message, maybe more, like I followed up. Then they sent me an email. We had emails back and forth. Then we had a meeting on virtual. And then I'm going to meet them in person. So I'm already at 6 touch points with these 2 candidates. And the other ones, at least, they have seen my face, probably have stalked my page on the events, because they got like a message. And when you get a message on this platform, it sends you an email. So that is like wonderful, because like the platform is working for me. So even if I did not have like a meeting or whatever with these people, or even if they didn't answer, some of them answered me that they already had someone, And then 5 or 6 of them answered that they wanted to meet me at the event. So I literally screenshotted their messages and I posted it once again, sales resources, events, while you find your next people. So my next game plan is I'm going to meet them at the event and I'm going to get them closed at the event, into the idea that we could be working together. And then after the event, I'm going to follow up and then we're going to put things into place. But I'm going to book a follow-up meeting with them at the event. Okay, so you always want to plan the next step in the process. So this is what I'm doing right now. Of course, because these are businesses that are pre-established for like 3 years and more, they have a marketing budget. I'm not going after the people that don't have money and are not available and blah 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 blah. Some of them already have marketing teams internal, but whatever they want to outsource or if they want to penetrate like the Canadian market, I'm here. So this is what I'm doing in terms of client acquisition right now. I'm working events, telling you guys, you're going to receive a lot. Make sure that you guys are subscribed with your Chamber of Commerce. Make sure you're subscribed with your local center of development, because these, if you're in Canada, these are local places where you can meet people. So get involved with your community, because business is made through people. It's people meeting people, it's people doing business with people, even if you have an entity, a brand, and everything. So this is what I'm doing right now. It's time to take things seriously, think things to the next level. And these are my trends. So I hope that you guys like this. I'm trying to keep it short. Since there is no questions live and everything, you guys can always use the chat, or like the post to ask your questions and everything, and I'm out, or just DM me on IG and I'll be more than happy to answer. But I'm excited. This was this week's segment and I'm gonna wish you a great weekend.